Hi there, students. How to tell if somebody is lying? By listening to the words, language and vocabulary they use. Yes, I'm sure you look at them and you can look at their body language as well, but I want to think about the types of things they say, the way they couch their phrases and the things they do. So very often, one of the first thing is they will repeat the question. They will echo your question, an echo question. So, what did you do last night? What did I do last night? Okay, it's like stalling for time, yeah? Naturally, people will repeat part of the question. What did I do? But by repeating the whole question verbatim, it's unnecessary. And they clearly heard you the first time, and they're just trying to make time. Another thing people tend to do when they're lying is they try to avoid contractions. Yeah? So, I did not do that, as opposed to I didn't do that. The extra emphasis in did not it's again unnatural if you're telling the truth. I didn't do it. It just comes out naturally. I did not do it. So they're trying to convince you by not using contractions. When people are lying, they very often use this word never. Yeah, instead of saying no. It's overcompensating. I would never do a thing like that. Notice, I didn't do that is not the same as I would never do a thing like that. I didn't do it. Straight denial. I would never do a thing like that. It's not answering the question. It's going round the edge. Another thing you'll find with liars is they want to get out of this conversation as quickly as possible. Yeah? They want to change the subject. So if you think someone's lying, try just suddenly changing the subject, and you'll find if they're lying, they follow your new tack very happily and they become more relaxed. Yeah, you might find them say, I don't want to talk about this. Let's talk about something else. They're just trying to find an out for the conversation because they feel uncomfortable. You'll also find they add words like honestly, to tell the truth, to tell you the truth. I swear to you that. Yeah, if you're really actually telling the truth, there's no need to do it, to add these things. Yeah, we're friends, you're going to believe me. Yeah, I don't need to. Honestly, Another thing they tend to do is qualifying statements. As far as I know, nothing was stolen. The way I see it is, I see it like this. It's trying to give them an opportunity to bend the truth a little bit. Okay, so let's just look at some of these again. They're going to repeat your question verbatim. Yeah, they're just looking for time. Exactly where were you last night? Where exactly was I last night? Where was I? Is much more natural. Or even, what do you mean? This avoidance of using contractions. So if you look at Bill Clinton, he uses what's called a non-contracted denial. He says, I did not have any sexual relations with that woman. Did not. Whereas I didn't have sex with her. This is much more natural, yeah? And the did not, it's He's emphasizing it where it's not necessary because you're honest and people are going to believe you. Another thing I didn't do. Yeah, people who are lying, they like to tell stories in one event after the other. First, we got in a taxi. Then we went to the bar. We paid the taxi and got out of the bar. And then there was a fight, and then we went home. We got a taxi and we went home. So one of the things they'll do is they'll put them in complete order, whereas normally when we tell a story, we don't normally tell them in order. The first thing we normally say is the thing that has most emotional impact to it. Yeah, our emotions are the thing that we think about. So you'd start with there was a fight. Yeah, people got hurt. There was blood everywhere. Yeah, and then add different elements of the story. So normally we don't tell stories in chronological order. We tell the thing that had the greatest emotional impact to us, and then we go around choosing different things to different other things that happened. Another thing I ought to mention is you need to look at people's baseline, what they normally do. For example, these phrases, to tell you the truth, honestly, I swear to you. If this is a person who always uses these phrases, then they have no significance. However, if they're not a person who does that, then watch out. Oh yes, another good one as well. Confusion about pronouns. So, instead of saying, I didn't do this, it's wrong, you'd say, you don't do that. Yeah? Okay, so people don't do this. It's not an honest thing to do. You don't leave work when all the work's finished. This is very different from I didn't do it. Yeah? Okay? They're saying people generally don't. Inference that I don't, but this is a very roundabout way to do it. Also, adding to this bit about chronology, very often if someone's lying, they will give the chronology in a lot of detail about what's happening, and then the important part they'll just skip over it. Yeah, so yeah, like I said with the chronology. So we got a taxi. Yeah, it was a blue cab, and the taxi driver was a really nice guy. Anyway, he took us to the pub, and we paid him, and we went into the pub, and there were lots of people in there. And then there was a fight, and then the police were called, and we went off to the police station. So lots of detail about irrelevant things and almost no detail about how the fight took place. Okay, yes. So I never instead of no. I never stole any money in my whole life. This is what somebody what somebody who's telling the truth will say, whereas the liar, as if I really come to think about it, I don't think I've ever stolen anything. Okay, so these are a few pointers to indicate that somebody is lying. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.